What's up, nerds? So I'm coming to you today for two reasons with this story is A, I saved it on my tabs and I wanted to talk about it. And B, it's a slow news cycle right now with the strikes going on and everything. So I wanted to talk about this story that came out last week. Now, if you remember, Alec Baldwin had been involved in a shooting on the set of Rust, a Western movie that he was doing, and a woman was killed, Elena Hutchinson. And he said he never remember he did that interview where he had cried, and he said he didn't pull the trigger. Well, it looks like they've got a new person analyzing everything, and they are saying that there's no way he could not have pulled the trigger. And so it's very crazy right now what's going on. So this comes from the New York Post, and I'm going to read it to you guys, this article and everything. But I just think that this is a really crazy situation. And, I covered it before, so I wanted to touch base with it and everything because it's still obviously an ongoing investigation with this whole situation. And overall, I've said it before, I really think that Alec Baldwin should be held accountable, but not just because he shot a woman. That was an accident and everything, but also because from what we've found out from past stuff is that he was negligent in terms of him being a producer on this movie. The arms person was negligent. Everybody was negligent in this situation and needs to be held accountable for their actions. So let's go through this. And it says, all right, so it says Alec Baldwin could be charged again in Rust shooting after analysis finds trigger was pulled. That's another thing. He says he didn't pull the trigger. And I go, I don't see how you didn't pull the trigger. I just go, you pulled the trigger, just admit to it. It was an accident. But it says Alec Baldwin could be charged again in the fatal shooting of Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchinson. Sorry, I said Hutchinson earlier. After a bombshell new gun analysis concluded that the trigger was pulled despite the actor's repeat denials. Experts in ballistics and forensic testing based in Arizona and New Mexico on Tuesday released a report examining the Colt 45 revolver used on set and markings it. Experts in ballistics and forensic testing based in Arizona and New Mexico on Tuesday released a report examining the Colt 45 revolver used on set and markings it left on a spent cartridge. The analysis found that the trigger had to have either pulled or depressed. See, and it's very obvious that everybody involved just like the arms person, God, what was her name? I can't remember her name off the top of my head, and I don't remember if they say it in this article, but she obviously did not care, respect weapons. She just kind of idolized weapons and guns and everything. And if you're a gun owner, or if you live in a state where I live in, where, guns are, everybody's like pretty much has one, or they're cool with them or whatnot. You have to respect firearms. You can't just, and this girl was just, taking pictures like this and stuff. And I'm all like, if you own a gun and you respect that stuff, you're not sitting out here all, taking gangsta pictures and stuff. It's so weird. Anyways, all right. It says, although Alec Baldwin repeatedly denies pulling the trigger, given the tests, findings, and observations reported here, the trigger had to be pulled or depressed significantly to release the full cocked and retracted hammer of the evidence revolver. Yeah, I also think I read somewhere, it might have been in this article, where they said that after they had tested it the first time that they broke the gun or whatnot. And I'm all like, huh. This fatal incident was the consequences of a hammer being manually retracted to its fully reward and cock position followed at some point, but the pull or award depressed of the trigger, the experts continued. See, so the trigger had to be pulled. All right, this is Elena Hutchins, the woman that had died. And it says, so it says the analysis relied on replacement parts to reassemble the gun, pieces of which were broken during earlier tests by the FBI. Okay, see that I must have read it in here. Yeah, it was broken when they first tested. So I'm like, huh. So the New Mexico special prosecutor Carrie Morsey handled the Rust case, said in an email Tuesday that a formal announcement on whether to refile any charges against Baldwin is pending, but did not give a timeline. And it says here he's maintained that he did not pull the trigger, which is fine. You can maintain that stuff, but I mean, obviously the trigger was pulled. I'm sorry, but we need to. Ooh, so it says special prosecutors dropped an involuntary manslaughter charge against Baldwin in April without prejudice, citing information that the revolver might have been modified before the shooting and malfunction. So I have to just say, I still think that he needs to be held accountable for this, mostly because a woman died, and B, he was the producer on set, and it sounded like they were doing stuff on the cheap the whole time. Like they were not doing stuff, on the up and up. And I get that you want to cut corners and maybe save some money, but I don't think that it's not when firearms are in play. And also I think that the arms person, I can't remember her name, and they didn't say it in this article, but again, she was putting live ammunition and she was just letting people just have them willy-nilly and everything to go practice when they weren't shooting, when they weren't filming. And I'm just like, what's that? What's going on there? What's going on there? So this is very much a interesting situation, but it looks like he could be charged again. And if so, I mean, and I mean, like, I'm not somebody that I don't dislike Alec Baldwin. I know a lot of people dislike him because of his political stuff. I mean, I kind of don't dislike him because he comes off like an asshole. So, I mean, we'll see how this pans out and if he gets charged for a second time. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he will. It just seems like his luck just keeps, happening. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with this, but hopefully the Hutchins family is, they are satisfied with what is going on here. And if not, I hope that they get what they feel is justice. All right, so that's what I got for you guys with this video. Not much going on this week and everything, but yeah, tell me what you guys think about this. As always, if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. And go ahead and make sure to leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.